Hello, my name is Beatrice, and welcome to my channel. Today's podcast is about intentional living. I like to create these podcast videos to help transform your mind for a better business and a better life so you could attain the level of success you want. One of the most pivotal breaks in my mindset was living my life intentionally, is deciding to live my life the way I want to, and not allowing the obstacles that are placed in front of me to make a determination of whether or not I should attain success. And I realized I thought like a failure more than anything else. I relied on negativity as a fuel of fire for some reason that never led me anywhere, actually. Thinking negative would always produce negative, always get negative results, and live in a most negative atmosphere you can live. I was able to break the chains of negativity by being intentional on trying to be positive and trying to break the cycle of a vicious mindset. The mindset that life was just going to happen to me no matter what I did. Being intentional in all of my decisions, in the time that I wake up to the time that I go to sleep, not allowing for life's crazy ups and downs to take control of me. So I sat down and I started journaling. And I've been saying this in every podcast because it has been a lifesaver. It's the free version of therapy because it becomes the reflection of your thoughts. It's important to identify your error of thinking, and the only way you could do that is by journaling. We won't listen to what other people have to say, at least the majority of people won't, and they think that it comes from a form of prejudice. So when we journal, it's a reflection of how we think no matter what. So our judgment and our stance upon that would be different. I think we would be more open to see what we're doing wrong in that aspect. Journal in every aspect of your life. I have it categorized actually. There is physical, spiritual, emotional, mental health that I realize that I have been doing all wrong. I journaled my thinking. It was the mirror of my thoughts. It made me see the patterns of my thoughts. And I was able to see the poor verbiage I had and use the vocabulary that wasn't fitting where I wanted to be. I spoke, I confessed poverty upon my life, and I got poverty. I confessed, spoke about failure, and I got failure. Speaking to somebody about my mental health, about my spiritual well being, and all the aspects of my life that I want to improve in, help me also see somebody else's point of view. Because you don't always have to take every single person's word all the time. Extract the good, the, the part of the advice that you feel like would be productive to your growth, and reject the bad. Continue to thrive in a positive mindset versus always tearing everybody's opinion down. Identify your error of thinking, of how you want to attain success. Mirror entrepreneurs. And there's a large amount of them that I admire. For example, Gary Vee. He seems like a no nonsense kind of man, but his intention is to help achieve success and break the mold of erroneous thinking. He is an intentional entrepreneur. His words are done with intent. We have to use our words with an intention. So if we're assuming that life is just going to happen to us, that's what you're going to get. You're going to continue to assume. You're going to continue to live in wishful thinking. You have to be intentional. Take control of your mindset, of the things, of the thoughts that's being poured into your brain. I love Joyce Meyer. I feel like I feel like Joyce Meyer has been a key to mental health success and spiritual success. She is an amazing person to listen to, and she helped me break strongholds on my mind that I've had since I was a child. And the beautiful thing about listening to people who preach is that you have something to feed your soul. But one thing I realized is that I was feeding my soul, but I wasn't intentionally living upon it. I wasn't making it a core decision every single morning and be like, you know what? I'm going to work on this way of thinking. I'm going to break that habit of being defensive, for example. I'm going to break that habit of sleeping too late. I'm going to break that habit of being on the phone so much. But I was intentional in the fact of trying to create and design and carve out a better life for me. Be intentional. Realize your error of thinking. Realize what's making you set to failure and realize what's not working. And that's what's going to help you seeing the reflection of your thoughts, journaling, listening to people who their true intention is to help you out. And even if you feel like the people who give you bad advice are not giving you the advice you're looking for, there's always good and truth in middle of everything. Either way, their intentions aren't good. So you can't control everybody else's intention, but you have to be intentionally seek out what you're looking for in every single decision you make in your life. You have to check yourself. What a man thinks, he is. Self-esteem and confidence is a major issue and the biggest issue why I haven't gone far in any of my goals. I remember when I first started college in 2009, I literally drew out my future empire. I always thought I lost my chance. I always thought that I lost the train in the station and it just drove by me and success just took off and went. And in reality, I had to work on core issues in my life that were my problem and not everybody else's. Being intentional in checking myself and working on the stuff that really got in the way was self-esteem, my confidence. Head, I feel like I should have been already this mega photographer shooting the cover of Vogue and of CoverGirl and having all this work set out for me without me having to work on it. I could attain that. I could attain my goals. I could do what I set my mind to. But sometimes what gets in our way is ourselves. That is our biggest enemy. Check yourself. See if your self-esteem and your confidence is an issue. Because being intentional, you have to believe in yourself enough to be intentional and believe that the process is working and believe that what you're doing is not wasting your time. The relationships you create have to be intentional. You can't be intentionally with a toxic person. Your relationships have to be intentional. If you're intentionally spending your quality time with a toxic person, you're not making a good decision. Be intentional in spending your time with quality people that you want to build a quality life with. We have to believe in ourselves in order to achieve any amount of success. At least believe a little bit, enough, and work up to this bigger belief in yourself. And that's not about boasting, that's not about having a pride bigger than or having your ego as big as an elephant. It's about believing that whatever you're doing is not a waste of time. Be intentional in your thinking. Don't allow thoughts to just sit there and wreak havoc of your life because it will. Be intentional in the value that you see in what you do. I believe if we show intentionality, if we are intentional in what the value that we see, will have a better quality of life. Meaning is if you don't see the value of spending 10 minutes with your daughters or 10 minutes with your family members, start seeing the value now because in the future you'd regret it when they're not there. Be intentional in every single aspect of your life. Be fully aware that what you're doing makes a difference and that you're not wasting every other day. Each day that you have is another opportunity to succeed. It's another opportunity to enjoy your family. It's another opportunity to breathe. It's another opportunity. And let all of your opportunities be intentional. Let your perspective on failure be intentional as well. Your perspective of failure is going to really help you in the future. Failure is a part of human nature. Failure is just another opportunity to succeed. Failure allows you to understand patterns and understand frame of thinking and realize what got you there. Because you are intentional and you think positive does not mean you will be absolved of any failure. Failure will always happen to anyone in anything, in any part of your life. You could be doing good on your fitness side and then your business has plummeted. You could be doing good in your family side and then your relationship with your spouse or fam or friends are plummeting. That does You can't let the negativity take you down. You have to intentionally be positive and continue to work towards your goals and continue to work towards what makes you happy. Failure is a rock in the road, but once you open up your mindset, you'll be able to see greater opportunities. Being intentional in seeing that will get you there. So I really do hope this podcast helped because setting a better mind frame for me has been a pivotal amount not only in attaining success for my business but in my life. I feel like I've experienced self-esteem issues since I was a little child and always dealt with that clinging thought that everybody hates me. I would think that I'm an ugly human being, but I realized that I wasn't being intentional towards my thoughts. As I decided to get away from that frame of thinking and acknowledge the error of my thinking, I was able to succeed and not think that way. I broke a lot of hurdles that were in my brain by being intentional in my way of thinking and not allowing for those negative thoughts to consume me. So, for those who are dealing with these same issues and as an entrepreneur, if you're creative, please let me know if this helped you out. My whole goal is to help you transform a better mindset for a better life and a better business to achieve that level of success you so desire. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.